For years, the frontier of metabolic medicine was a single hormone receptor. Semaglutide targets only GLP-1. Tirzepatide goes a decisive step further. It is a dual agonist, activating two incretin receptors at once, GIP and GLP-1. That is why it earns the nickname Twincretin. You will know it by its brand names, Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes and Zepbound for obesity. At the molecular level, tirzepatide pulls two levers at the same time, and the power is in how they work together. Lever 1 is GLP-1. It communicates fullness to the brain so you feel satisfied sooner. It slows how fast the stomach empties, so that fullness lasts. And it prompts the body to release insulin only when it is actually needed, in response to food, which is why the blood sugar effect is so controlled. Lever 2 is GIP. It sharpens insulin sensitivity, so the insulin you release works harder. It helps your fat tissue handle incoming energy more efficiently, and it appears to blunt some of the nausea that GLP-1 alone can cause, which is part of why the combination is often better tolerated than a single agonist at comparable strength. Two incretin signals, working in concert, driving a coordinated change in how the body manages appetite and energy. The clinical data is what turned heads. In the SURMOUNT-1 obesity trial, adults on the highest dose lost an average of roughly 21% of their body weight over 72 weeks. That is one of the largest reductions ever recorded from a medication, approaching what was once only possible with surgery. In the SURPASS diabetes trials, tirzepatide produced powerful drops in A1C alongside meaningful weight loss, frequently outperforming single agonist comparators head-to-head, and the benefit reaches beyond the scale. Across the trials, researchers tracked improvements in blood sugar control, blood pressure, cholesterol, and markers of fatty liver, a broad metabolic upgrade rather than a single number moving. Understanding a compound of this magnitude means being honest about the side effects and the risks. The most frequently reported experiences are digestive, nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, and constipation, usually concentrated in the early weeks as the body adapts. This is exactly why the protocol dictates starting at a low dose and titrating up slowly, step by step. Rushing the dose is the single biggest reason people feel physically ill, and it is almost always avoidable. Patience with the ramp is not optional, it is the strategy. Then there are the uncompromising red lines. Tirzepatide is contraindicated for anyone with a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer or of MEN2 syndrome. It calls for caution with a history of pancreatitis or gallbladder disease, and it must be taken on its own, never stacked with other drugs in the same GLP-1 class. Activating powerful metabolic signals demands strict medical guardrails and professional supervision. This is not a shortcut, it is a serious tool. Even with all of that power, your lifestyle determines the outcome. A peptide lowers the number on the scale, but your daily choices decide whether that weight comes off as stored fat or as hard-earned lean muscle. Protect that muscle deliberately. Anchor every day with a high protein intake and train with consistent resistance work to give the body a reason to keep the muscle it has. The goal was never to simply weigh less. The goal is to be leaner, stronger, and metabolically healthier than when you started. Support the process from every side. Replace electrolytes to stay ahead of dehydration. Lean on dietary fiber to keep digestion steady through the appetite changes. And guard your sleep. Because rest is where appetite signals reset and recovery actually happens. Small, repeatable habits are what turn a powerful medication into a lasting transformation. One important note: tirzepatide is a prescription medication used under medical supervision, and everything here is educational, not medical advice. So come sit with us. The door is open whenever you're ready, and wherever today takes you, stay humble, be kind, spread love, and pay it forward. Unless you're in a drive-through, then pay it backwards. Bless up.